For years, PixInsight has been the expensive gold standard when it was about astrophotography processing, but it never had its own AI tools. If you wanted state-of-the-art AI denoising, you needed to pay more and buy NoiseXTerminator or recently Prism. Last night, this finally changed. PixInsight released its own AI denoising tool. So I tested it against the most reliable and state-of-the-art denoising tool that we have, NoiseXTerminator. And in this video, I will show you what I found. Hey, this is View into Space. I'm Sascha from Switzerland, so grüezi miteinander, and thanks for watching my channel. So let me start with this here. This is the announcement that actually today at 12 o'clock my time was published. And I think before we start the testing, we have to be fair and state what it is. First of all, they call it a technology preview, or you could also call it a beta version. So this is not a final product. And when I do the testing, I think it's important to always keep that in mind. And the other really interesting part is that this is at the moment only available if you have a Mac with Apple Silicon. And on one side, I'm humbled that for once the small minority I'm belonging to who has Macs with M processors are actually privileged even from a PixInsight point of view, but it also strikes a little bit as ironic given all these years we had to suffer and did not get any native support. But anyway, it's appreciated. But so while some of you actually can go now and download it, and I will just show you how to do it, for a lot of you, it will simply be a glimpse into the future, what's coming. So to actually install it, you need the newest version of PixInsight. So you go into software distribution system, you download here the newest version of 194 for Apple Silicon. That's important. And as you can see here, machine learning model files, you download here the MLDenoise file. And just put it somewhere on your computer. Then we go here to PixInsight. You go on Process, Noise Reduction, and MLDenoise. That's the window. Here you click on the little wrench. And here actually you enter the model path where you put it on your computer. And you say, okay. And from now on it will stick and it will show up here. If you just select it here, it will always disappear again. By default, it is actually on 90%. By the way, NoiseXTerminator is by default also at 90%. Oh, that's quite a coincidence. And then they added here a linear mask function so that you can actually mask which parts you want to denoise and which parts you do not want to denoise. And that was for me actually the first alarm sign, which I did not feel comfortable because, as you know, for example, NoiseXTerminator does not have, or you would never even consider using a mask for denoising. So that was kind of not a good sign that you would even consider that. The model actually should distinguish itself between structures and leave the structure standing and denoise the rest. That should not have to be done with a mask. But be it as it is, so what I actually have done, we have 4 pictures. We have always the original picture, just to show you how the noise level is. And then we have NoiseXTerminator and Denoise ML, both in their native 90%, so no parameters changed. And then we simply compare. And we start as always with the most extreme, horrific picture. I think you're slowly getting familiar with that, which is also here a wonderful picture because it has tons and tons and tons of noise. So, but let's compare the two. And we will always dive here right in a 1-to-1 pixel scenario because otherwise you anyway don't see any differences on YouTube. And this is now the ML version. And what you can see is that it nicely actually removed the noise. So very smooth, very good job. And it stays a wonderful job until we start toggling with NoiseXTerminator. And now I start to toggle. And I toggle rather fast, and I think you see what I see. You see things which appear and disappear. And that's really what's happening here. So ML actually swallows a ton of stars. Here, for example, this one, up here, all these stars, they're all gone. So I like overachievers, but in this case, that's really bad. And we can always say, this is a really awful picture. Fine if the model does not, acknowledge certain whatever this is, which is appearing in this picture as stars. But on the other side, we still have to say NoiseXTerminator does it correctly. But let's leave this horror scenario and let's go to something more decent. That's also a picture we used in my last reviews of all these tools, which is Boats Galaxy, which I shot this year. It's a good picture, but also not a very long exposure time, and so we still have a lot of noise in here, which has to be exterminated. And so also here, both ML in a one-on-one scenario, noise very nicely removed, exterminated, however you want to call it. We're starting toggling. And look at this here. Look at this area here. This is galaxy structure, which is just dissolved into a white, nice blur. And you see that all over here. And then if we go up here, we also see certain structure or stars, whatever that is, simply disappearing. So also here, absolutely overachieved, way too much swallowed. In this state presently, I'm sorry, but I have to put this harsh verdict, not usable, because at the end, you destroy your pictures with it. Next one here, the Orion Nebula, also shot this year. And at this moment, just to show you that live, PixInsight simply crashed. I actually did not even save the whole scenario, so I will have to reproduce that now to continue this review. So even if it in its most recent version, Apple native, it still is not stable. It still crashes, which is just not ideal. Let's put it like this. So in the meantime, I have reprocessed the Elephant Trunk Nebula. Orion was not so spectacular, so I will skip that. But I think this here is still really important. And we're also looking here at this part, already denoised here with NXT. And now let's have a look when I toggle what happens. And you see that here? It's like a square. It's really like a square, an artifact that's actually appearing bluish. Also have a look here. You see this black? It's actually a real structure, NXT, and it kind of gets just ironed out by ML. And by the way, I was wondering if that only happens because this is too strong, the 90%, if we would use it in a softer way, the ML, if these issues would go away. So here you have it with only 50%, and if we toggle with NXT, you see it's still there, it's just a little bit softer, but the artifact is still here. And also here the removal is still happening. Also just a tiny little bit softer, but also then it removes less of the noise. So what does this all mean? I think what it means is looking at the noise removal, That's done actually nicely, and I would say on par with NoiseXTerminator. So PixInsight is definitely on the right path. And that's, if you take this as a preview, as just a proof of concept, then we can anticipate that within a certain amount of time, they will have corrected all the issues here, and there should be a state-of-the-art noise removal tool available for free in PixInsight. And I think that's also what everybody who pays $300 for this tool actually expects in nowadays. And if they can also pull it off with star removal, with deconvolution, I think then we would come into an area where the $300 for PixInsight are kind of justified again. On the flip side, I have to very clearly caution at the moment to use this tool for your own processing, because it clearly shows that it introduces artifacts, that it removes stars and structures. And so presently I would stay as far as possible away from it, at least for processing your own pictures. And I would really only see it as a proof of concept, just as a way of PixInsight showing that they are doing some efforts, and that's appreciated. And I think when they come up with something a little bit closer to a release version, then we can check if these issues have to be resolved. And that's with these machine learning models, it's all about more training. So I have no doubt that they will be able to accomplish that. So it's a lot going on presently, and that's not the last thing. There's a lot more coming. And if you want to be sure that you do not miss anything, first of all, please subscribe to my channel. And if you want to know all these things a little bit earlier than anybody else, then have a look at my Patreon channel. Link is in the description below. See you next time, and clear skies.